What's up, everybody? Venom here with a quick guide on Dave the Diver. Let's get right into it. Now, you know that you can hire staff, as I have a guide that explains that you can hire staff and how to acquire them through the quest of feeding Yoshi a special dish. But did you know that you can automate staff to do other tasks as well as fetch ingredients for your restaurant? Because this was something that I didn't know for pretty much the first week I played this game, because it's not explained very well in the beginning. So in this guide, we are going to cover everything there is to know about staff. Not only how you can train them and have them perform other tasks within Bancho Sushi to make your life a little bit easier, but we are also going to discuss how to dispatch them to fetch ingredients for you during the day so that you are able to have ingredients for the next night. So where do we begin? Let's start with hiring the employees. Now, we're going to cover the ads that you're going to put out to find the employees in order to hire them for Bancho Sushi. The first ad is a flyer ad, and that is going to cost you 50 gold, and it will recruit staff that is at your current tier. So the Cooks to app shows you what tier you're on, which is marked by your rank. You have the bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond tiers. So when you use a flyer ad, it's going to recruit staff that are at the current tier of your restaurant. Next up, you have a TV ad, and that's going to cost you a whopping 150 gold. It's going to recruit staff at a slightly higher tier than your current one. Now, with that said, there is not a lot of specifics as to what slightly means. Does that mean one more tier up than what you have currently? There's not a lot of information on that right now, so I can't say exactly how much higher of a tier. We just know that it is in a slightly higher caliber tier than what you are currently ranked at in the Cooks to app. Lastly, we have the internet ad, which is going to cost you 400 gold and will recruit staff that are at a higher tier than the one you are currently in. Again, not a lot of specifics there. It just states that they will be a higher tier than the tier that you are currently in. There are a total of 14 staff members that you can acquire in Dave the Diver, and all of them can be trained up to level 20. Each of the staff come with 2 special skills, which kind of range from things like drink serving, which is where they can start to serve drinks to the customers, tip master, which means they will always get tips, serving plus, which increases the serving ability permanently, wasabi refilling, because that runs out constantly. They also have the ability to clean up the messy spots that are created by the guests, Cooking Plus, which increases the cooking ability permanently, Ingredient Prepping Experts, which increase the plates available on the menu, and things that basically just give you a boost inside of Bancho Sushi. Now, not only are these staff members going to have these special skills and roles to perform at the restaurant, they are able to go and collect ingredients while you're working at the restaurant or while the restaurant is closed. This helps because you don't have to go down and consistently search all of the pots at the bottom of the blue hole to find things like vinegar, black pepper, salt, and the extras that go into the dishes to make them higher quality dishes. To dispatch a staff member, you can either choose to hire extra ones that you keep in the waiting room to literally only use for dispatch, or you can choose the ones that are already on your staff. I don't recommend using the ones that are already on staff and have a role to play, just because that means that if they're not back before the restaurant opens, then you're not going to have them that night to serve or to cook. So I recommend hiring 1 to 2 extras and keep them in the waiting room and use them for dispatch so that you're not short one staff member when you open up Bancho Sushi that night. It appears that each staff member will typically take 1 day to collect the ingredients that you have them search for. You do have to pick the ingredient that you would like them to search for as well, which is still done in that dispatch menu. Now, to access the dispatch menu, you're going to select staff inside of the restaurant, where there's menu, research, staff, ingredients, interior. You're going to open up the staff menu, scroll down and select the staff member that you would like to dispatch, open their personal menu and scroll down to dispatch. Once you open the dispatch menu, it's going to ask you which ingredient you want them to go and search for. You are going to pick your ingredient and then dispatch them out, and it's as simple as that. It is also worth noting that different employees will have the ability to collect more ingredients than another. Now, what do I mean by that? Currently, I have Pi as a cook, who, if I send him out, I can choose 1 ingredient and he will bring back between 2 and 5 of that 1 ingredient. Now, I have Kyoko, who has the ability to get between 3 and 4 of the 1 ingredient that I choose to dispatch her out to search for. When looking at what it could possibly be that makes one employee able to collect more than another? I wasn't able to figure that out. I tried seeing if it was their level, but it doesn't appear to be their level because I have another server that is the same level as Kyoko that still can only get between 1 and 5 of the ingredients when they are dispatched for one day. And I also tried to see if maybe it was their serving ability or one of their different details, you know how they have serving, procuring, things like that. It doesn't seem to coincide with any of those either. I look through and I can't find anything that makes one be able to collect more than another. So if you know what it is that causes staff to be able to collect more ingredients than another staff member, please let me know in the comments because that is something that I still have yet to figure out. My assumption is that it has to do with the staff member themselves. That's the only thing that I could come up with, is that Kyoko just has the ability to search for ingredients better than other employees once she reaches a certain level, and that Pi has that same ability but just to a smaller extent. That's the only thing that I have been able to come up with so far, but do not quote me on it. I am not 100% sure, and I tried to test different theories, but sadly, I just couldn't figure out exactly why one of the staff members was able to get more in a day than another. With that said, I just want to go back a little bit and explain why picking the correct employee for the job is extremely important, which I kind of feel like goes without saying, but I'm going to explain it anyway just in case. Let's go ahead and take the ads, for example. When you're sending out an ad to look for employees, each ad is going to bring back a certain number of applicants. The flyer ad is going to bring 2 applicants, the TV ad is going to bring up to 3 applicants, and the internet ad is going to bring up to 4 applicants for you to choose from. Once the ad has gone live and you have gotten your applicants in hand, you're going to see a list of their different statistics. So you're going to see what they're good at, whether they're good at procuring, whether they're good at serving, whether they're good at cooking. You're going to use those stats in order to determine where to place them in the restaurant. Obviously, if somebody is good at serving, you don't want to just throw them in the kitchen because you're going to waste a good server in your restaurant. So you want to make sure that you're placing them where it makes sense. So they're going to have specific stats such as cooking, serving, procure, and appeal. Based on those stats, you're going to know where to place them. Again, it kind of goes without saying, servers are going to be servers and cooks are going to have the cooking ability. From there, you're going to want to continually train them. It is also worth noting that training can get quite costly at the higher levels. Pretty much anything after level 8 or 9 is going to cost at least 1,000 gold for you to train, but you're investing in your restaurant, and the more that you train them, the better quality and better boost you have to Bancho Sushi due to the fact that they are going to become better within their skill set. And that's going to do it for this guide. I know it wasn't extremely in-depth and thorough as to every single employee that's available in the game or exactly what all of their different abilities are per employee, but there's a lot that I haven't unlocked yet in terms of employees. I do have quite a few, but I want to make sure to test out their skill sets and abilities before I make a very thorough guide on each of the employees that you are able to hire. But I hope that this guide gives enough information to at least understand the gist of what employees do, how to dispatch them, and how to be able to keep up with the demand that's going to be brought to Bancho Sushi once you reach those higher tiers and higher levels, the different amount of customers that are coming in, so that you can thrive in your sushi restaurant. If you like the video, then like the video. And if you like my content in general, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope that this gives you a little bit of information on dispatching, ingredient gathering, and what the employees can do for you as long as you keep training them. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!